Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, fabulous first grade. Happy Friday. Guess what? Today I'm reading a story called Happy Birthday Cupcake by Terry Border. This is all about Cupcake, and it's Cupcake's birthday. And the story talks about all of the different ideas that Cupcake has and Cupcake's friends have about what kind of birthday party celebration they should have. I was reading this story because today is a very special day at my house. It's my daughter Madison's birthday. Happy birthday, Madison. I was reading this just for you. So I was trying to get some ideas about how we're going to celebrate you today. So boys and girls, don't you love when it's your birthday? Right? It's so much fun. All right, you might like this story. Look for it on the Sora app or at your county public library. It's by Terry Border. Happy Birthday Cupcake, and you can read it even when it's not your birthday. All right? Good. All right, let's take a look at our activity books. Do you have one? Well, I have plenty, and I would love to send you one. Please send me a letter here at the studio, and I will put one of these in the mail for you. And make sure that's right, to include your address so we know where to send it. Okay, it's time. It's that time of day when we train our ears for sound. Are you ready to train your ears? Do you remember what happens on Fridays? Right, we play 2 games. Okay, the first one is the segmenting game. So I'm going to say a word. You're going to take it apart one phoneme at a time, and then we're going to count how many phonemes or sounds we hear. And then I'll tell you what the next game is when we're done. Ready? Paw. Paw. Let's break it apart. P. Aw. That was easy. How many sounds did you hear? Yes, 2. Very good. How about fault? Fault. Alt, fault. Good. 4 sounds in the word fault. Okay, our next game is called the substitution game. So I'm going to say a word, and then we're going to substitute or change the place of a sound. So I'm going to say the word talk. What would it be if I changed the t in talk to ch? Ready? Chalk. Chalk. Good job. All right, let's try another one. Fawn. Fawn. Change the f in fawn to y. So we're going to take off the f, and we have yawn. Good job. Very nicely done. All right, it's time for us to do our fluency. Remember to write down the spelling patterns that maybe you're having trouble with so that you can learn them. O-E says O. O-A says O. O-I says oi. O-Y says oi. E-Y says E. O-W says ow. O-U says ow. A-Y says A. A-I says A. E-A says E. E-E says E. And I-G-H says I. Good for you. All right, let's take a look. Here all this week, we've been working on the straw sound spelling card. And we have 5 patterns that we've been looking at and reading. So let's say the pattern and the sound. Here we go. A says ah. A-W says ah. A-U says ah. A-U-G-H says ah, and A-L says ah. All right, here are our words using those patterns. Wash, claw, pause, daughter, and chalk. Very good. All right, today we're going to build the word yawn. Yawn. I want to draw your attention to the order that I placed these in. Do you see on our card we have A, then A-W, then A-U? That's because, boys and girls, these are the most frequent ways to spell that ah sound. So this is not very common. That means there are not very many words that say ah using A-L. But there are a lot of words that have the A by itself, the A-W, and the A-U. So today we're going to build yawn, and it is spelled with the A-W. On. Yawn. Good. What if I wanted to say dawn? Like the sun comes up at dawn. Also, I have a very good best friend named Dawn. It could also be a name. Oh, you're right. It would have to be an uppercase letter. What if I wanted to say, I want dawn to be drawn? I have drawn a beautiful picture. What do you think? Right. I need a consonant blend. Now it says drawn. Drawn. Terrific. Hey, it's time for us to read the rest of our story about our dog friend, Paul. Are you ready? Okay. Let me get my reading finger, and let's see if we can find out what happens. Remember, he hurt his paw. The vet said that he would have to crawl for a bit. Let's see what else happens. Lou felt awful. He had to pause so that he would not bawl. Do you know what that means? B-A-W-L? That's crying. That's another word for crying. Lou said, Paul is my best friend. I love him. It is my fault that he got hurt. The vet said, no, Lou, Paul is a super dog, but dogs get hurt. At least he does not have the flu. They took Paul home to get some rest. Lou drew him a picture of the vet in a blue suit. Lou said, I think the vet is a cool gal. Woof, barked Paul with a grin. Lou could tell that Paul was on the mend. Lou hugged his big dog friend. I love a story with a happy ending, don't you? Did you see some of the aw spelling patterns in our story? Let's see if we can find them. All right. Lou felt awful. Good. He had to pause so that he would not bawl. Lou said, Paul is my best friend. It is my fault that he got hurt. What else do you see? I don't think there's very many in the end of the story, except for Paul's name, right? Great job. Terrific. Wow, Lou was a really good friend to Paul, wasn't he? Taking care of him when he got hurt. I hope you take care of your pets when they get hurt. I hope they don't get hurt. All right, let's take a look at our vowel team syllables. This is tricky. All right, we're going to talk about them one last time for today. And that is a vowel team is when two vowels or two letters stand for a vowel sound. So we're actually talking about the vowel sound. So that's why when we look at AW, we call it a vowel team, because even though W is not a vowel, it is acting as part of the vowel because of the sound that it makes. Does that make sense? Okay, well, let's look at this word, growing. Let's clap it out. Grow-ing. There's two syllables. Do you see the OW vowel team? And then we know that ing is an ending, so I'm going to split it right there. And now we have growing. Good job. Let's look at bookcase. Bookcase. Ooh, that's a compound word. Bookcase. All right, do you see the O-O? Good. And oh, look at that. It's the silent E syllable. So we know that that all has to stay together. So we're going to split it right there. Bookcase. Good job. Let's do this one. Cowboy. Cowboy. I see the vowel team O-W. Do you? And I see the vowel team O-Y. So that means I'm going to need to split it right down the middle. Cow-boy. How'd you do? Good job. If we have time, we'll come back and finish those, but I want to remind you of the high frequency words that we've had this week. Let me turn my chart around here, and let's take a look. We're going to read them and spell them. Ready? Perfect. Mother. M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother. Picture. P-I-C-T-U-R-E. Picture. Brother. B-R-O-T-H-E-R. Brother. Friend. F-R-I-E-N-D. Friend. Father. F-A-T-H-E-R. Father. And love. L-O-V-E. Love. This is one of my favorite words. And you know what? I taught my first graders a little song to help them remember. And all we did is sing it. L-O-V-E spells love. L-O-V-E spells love. L-O-V-E, L-O-V-E, L-O-V-E spells love. Good job. Sometimes when we put things to music, it helps our brain to remember it. So I always like to sing a little song. That's why I sing with you. So I want you, boys and girls, to have a fabulous weekend. I want you to read a good book and then write to me here and tell me about it because I would love to know what you are reading. Are you ready to sing with me? Let's sing. Goodbye now, the clock says we're done. I'll see you on Monday. Goodbye, everyone. Come back and see me on Monday. I'll have a whole new sound spelling card to teach you and a whole new set of words, stories, and I think we're going to work on compound words. I hope to see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for